What's going on, everybody? My name is John Serwin, and this is my kitchen. Welcome. Today, I'm going to show you how I made this, a Chicago Lenten tradition called a pepper and egg. I'll give you the history behind it and why it's so delicious and why it's only really on menus during Lent. Show you the techniques and how it's done coming up. Stay tuned. For our pepper and egg sandwich, going to take 4 green bell peppers. We're just going to clean them all up and cut them into big strips. So show you that process. Pepper and Egg was born in Chicago, and it was mostly from the beef stands. It was during Lent. Chicago is a big Catholic religion hub, and every Friday you can't eat meat. So a lot of the beef stands, they would take their bread, they would take their sweet peppers that they make and just make a pepper and egg, and it's actually a fantastic sandwich. So that's what we're going to show you today. When I start cutting my green peppers, I top end, bottom end. I'm actually probably not going to use either of them. I'm going to save them for something else. But what I do, I will go around, give it a circumference. And so this way I can twist and get this part off. And then take that, shake this out into the garbage can. And then I'm just going to take off the bottom. Cut once in half. Keep the top and bottom. And then just take out these little spines or stem area. And I'm going to try and get better at just cutting away from myself instead of towards myself. I have a bad habit of doing that, and it's just not good practice. And then when we're here, we're going to cut these into larger strips, about 1 inch a piece, and we are going to saute / stew these. At beef stands, these green peppers are called sweet pepper. I'm going to finish up the other 4 and meet you over at the stovetop. Ooh. For one sandwich, I figure 3 eggs is good for one sandwich. I'm going to try, used to be able to do this with one hand, but anytime I'm cracking an egg, flat surface, hey, did get the, well, I broke the egg, but hey, or broke the yolk. But you know what? Scrambling it anyway. Let's try it again. Oop, yep, that was too aggressive. All right, looks like I'm going to need some work on this. One more try. I mean, not bad, but not great. That's all right, I'll get better at it. To whisk up the eggs, I just like to take a fork and not a whisk. I don't really want to incorporate too much air. I don't add anything else. I like just pure eggs. If you want to add in water, seltzer water, milk, heavy cream, butter, buttermilk, I just like pure eggs. That's just me. But go with what you feel. I know the seltzer water, the carbonation in there is supposed to help puff it up some. But I'm just going to take 1 pinch of some kosher salt. That is all the seasoning we are going to do right now. Keep whisking this up for about a minute, so 90 seconds total until you like the consistency. And then we'll start making our sandwich and assembling. To start sauteing and stewing our green peppers, going to grab, whoops, I think this is a 10-inch maybe? Yeah, 10-inch stainless steel. And we are going to go in with, we still have a little bit of that garlic olive oil left over. So maybe about a tablespoon. Hefty tablespoon. And you know what? Actually, we're going to start with kind of a sweat. So we're going to put all of the green peppers in there. 2 big pinches of salt. Actually, we'll go with 1.5 pinches. And we're going to let that start cooking down. We don't want to be really getting any color on this, so we're just at a very slow, not a saute, more of like a sweat. It'll probably take about a good half hour to get these things stewed down. And we can always, once they start breaking down, we will just go ahead and cover them, and whatever moisture has accumulated in there will help cook this down. We are going to grab a nice French roll here and open it up slightly. We're going to get this into an oven and toast it for about 5 to 8 minutes. But I do want to take out a little bit of the innards here. That always helps the sandwich close a little bit better. Don't have to go crazy on it, but just take a little bit out. And then when you do close it, now you can get the ends kind of sandwiched in there and actually get a nice close on her. But I'm going to throw this in the 350-degree oven for about 5 to 8 minutes just to get it toasted up slightly. So when we put our creamy egg and pepper on there, we got a little bit of crunch and a little bit of contrast on there. Peppers have been cooked away for about a good 20 minutes, and they got, ooh, probably shouldn't grab that with my hand. Yep, not the smartest move. But they are doing pretty well. So pretty happy with where they're at. I'll give them another probably 10, 15 minutes. We've moved our sweet peppers over. They're pretty much done, so I'm just gonna move them over to my small simmer burner and just leave it to stay warm, basically. Over on this burner, I'm gonna take my little, I think this is an 8-inch ceramic, and we are gonna make sort of like an omelet, sort of like a scrambled egg. It's like a messy omelet, I guess, if you will. It just has to stay together to get on that sandwich. You're going to go in with about 2 teaspoons of butter. Let that start foaming up. Now that we have reached a nice foam, we're going to take those 3 eggs that we had beaten up and pour it right on in. Remember, all we threw on there was salt so far. Just going to take a nice silicone spatula, start just moving this in all towards the center to let kind of some larger curd. I go 12 o'clock to center, 6 o'clock to center, 3 o'clock to center, 9 o'clock to center. Kind of just keep that going to make some larger curd like this. And remember, anytime you're making eggs in a pan, you want them to be a little bit runny. So right now where we're at, I'm going to try and attempt, let's see, this is always fun. All right, got it. A little bit of a mess, but nothing crazy. You could always flip it with a spatula if you want, or whatever you have going on. But we're gonna turn this off immediately. I'm gonna take it, do it all on the sandwich. Try and get those peppers right in that pocket here. Dress it up slightly, and we're actually gonna put it right up here. Try and give it a close. That's basically a pepper and egg. And there we have it, folks. This is the pepper and egg. There, I did give it a cut. Let's see if I can get it looking nice for you. Oh yeah, pepper and egg, very simple. Created probably the 19th or 20th century here in Chicago. Chicago is a very big hub for the Catholic religion. So on Fridays, you're not supposed to eat meat. So a lot of the Italian sub shops and beef shops, that's why this is very reminiscent of an Italian beef. You would have the Italian bread, the sweet peppers, and the beef, but you just replace the beef with scrambled eggs. So it was a meat-free option for Friday. And yeah, it's a super simple sandwich, and it usually only shows up on menus during Lent, which is the 40 days between Ash Wednesday and Easter. So nothing left to do now but give it the official taste test. Oop, try and not look like a slob, but hey, it's gonna happen. Bottoms up. Simple yet delicious. I mean, it's scrambled eggs. It's like sweated down green bell peppers, just everything easily salted. You can go so many routes with this. You can add giardiniera. You can add, I don't know, whatever you want. Throw a little sauce on there, hot sauce. I've seen onions in there, garlic. It's a Chicago staple for a reason. It's something that people look forward to throughout the year. So yeah, give it a shot. Let me know have you ever heard of this? Give me a comment below if you have, or if you've ever tried one. Or if you're going to try one, feel free. Comment below and tag me and let me know. And just remember, you're only making food out of ingredients until you sit down and share them with the ones you love. Then it's a meal. All right, guys, thanks for stopping by. Greatly appreciate it. Till next time.